Breaking news has landed in the transfer market. Reports claim Real Madrid winger Rodrygo has named Liverpool as his preferred Premier League destination, and if true, that single preference could trigger a seismic shift in the summer scramble. This is more than a name on a rumour list. It's a potential decisive factor that forces clubs to rethink plans, budgets and priorities. Arsenal had reportedly been monitoring Rodrygo as one of several options to add creative attacking firepower, and now they may face the uncomfortable reality of competing for a player who has his sights set elsewhere. That mismatch between club intent and player desire is the kind of thing that turns negotiation tables into chaos, especially with the transfer window clock ticking. To understand why this matters, look at Rodrygo's profile, a technically gifted, versatile attacker who can play across the front line, half as pace, dribbling and a threat in the final third. At Real Madrid, he's had moments of brilliance, but also stretches where consistency has been questioned, and those mixed signals are often what propel transfer talk. From the selling club's point of view, a player who wants a new challenge and has top-flight pedigree becomes an attractive movable asset. From Arsenal's side, the interest made sense. They've been hunting for attacking reinforcements who can unlock tight defences and offer tactical flexibility. But recruitment isn't only about fit, it's about will. If Rodrygo quietly prefers Liverpool, Arsenal's recruitment team faces a strategic crossroads. Pursue a target who may never sign, or pivot quickly to a realistic alternative before rivals pounce. Complicating the plot is the Ibarrechi-Ez saga and rival club movements. Eze's reported attraction to Tottenham has been a thorn in Arsenal's summer planning, and losing out on him would already force a plan B. Now imagine losing out on Ez and then finding Rodrygo prefers Liverpool. It's the double blow scenario that could leave Arsenal scrambling for credible targets. That's the sort of domino effect every sporting director dreads during a condensed transfer window. Clubs must balance urgency with clarity. Overpaying to secure a player who isn't fully committed can backfire, while hesitating risks watching rivals strengthen instead. For Liverpool, a genuine interest from Rodrygo would solve several tactical puzzles. Jurgen Klopp's team have often looked to supplement their front line with players who can combine speed, movement and finishing without requiring a rebuild of the system. Rodrygo's profile fits a high-intensity attacking setup, and importantly, a player's preference to join can accelerate negotiations and persuade decision-makers to act more boldly. But even if the player prefers Liverpool, agreement between clubs on valuation and structure of the deal remains essential. Player preference opens doors, but transfer economics and squad strategy decide whether those doors stay open. Beyond the two clubs directly involved, the wider Premier League picture is at stake. If Liverpool adds another high-caliber wide attacker, title odds shift. Arsenal could find themselves both tactically and psychologically affected by a rival's strengthening. Fans, pundits and bookmakers respond quickly to a single high-profile signing. For Arsenal, the ripple effects extend to formation choices, reliance on existing stars, and the urgency to identify secondary targets who can integrate rapidly. Sporting decisions made in this short window will influence the season's narrative long before the first ball is kicked. Practically speaking, there are a number of outcomes to expect. Negotiations that hinge on transfer fee and personal terms, potential last-minute U-turns, and rapid reallocation of funds by clubs who must adapt quickly if they lose a preferred target. Arsenal's recruitment team will need contingency plans, either to double down on alternatives like Ez, pivot to different profiles, or strengthen other areas to compensate. Meanwhile, Liverpool's front office must decide if pursuing Rodrygo is the highest value use of their resources, or if there are more pressing needs elsewhere in the squad. This transfer twist underscores a modern reality. Player preference now carries enormous weight. It shapes bargaining power, influences market dynamics, and can make or break a club's summer strategy. Whether Rodrygo really ends up at Liverpool or the story evolves into another chapter of transfer theatre, the immediate impact is clear. Arsenal faces a tougher puzzle than they did yesterday. The coming days will reveal whether this is a decisive turning point or another episode in the long, uncertain drama of the transfer window. But one thing is certain: this preference, true or reported, has already shifted the ball.